Hey everybody, welcome back. Richard from Team Walters. So as promised, last week we went over putting in smoke alarms, fire alarms. So we installed them last week. So as promised is we're going to go over how to make an escape plan. So it's just going to be real simple. Just go over the highlights of it. If you have any questions, you can contact your local fire department. So we're going to go over plan ahead to get out safely. So the first thing we want to do is I brought this home from work. This is just something we hand out to parents in a book, but it's just a skill thing that you can draw out your house and make your exit plans. So you can contact your local fire department, see if they have any of these for you. You can make it fun, have the kids help you draw the house out, and then I'll show you how it looks when it's done there. So we can do that. So we're gonna draw an escape plan and we're gonna map it out. How are we gonna map it out? This is just a rough drawing of my house. I know I'm not the greatest artist in the world, but this is just a rough drawing of the house. The bedrooms, the 3 bedrooms, the living room, the dining room. This is a front porch and this is my kitchen. And as you can see, there's lines everywhere. So what we're doing is we mapped it out. Now we're gonna have 2 ways out. 1 way in, 2 ways out. So as you can see in this bedroom, as we drew the plan the first way out is to go down the hallway, in the living room, and then out on the front porch and then down, and then up to our meeting place, which we're going to go over to. And when you are designing a meeting place, you want to make it a safe meeting place. What I mean by safe is you won't be having to cross the street unless that's where your neighbors is or something beyond your control is. We have a mailbox that would be located like right here. That's our secondary means of our meeting place that we have, but it's somewhere safe. So we have a meeting place, know the fire department's number. Our first goal is to get you out of the house. After you're out of the house, you can call 911 and let them know what's going on. You have a fire, whatever your address is. So that leads us right into the next one is know your address. I started teaching my kids at a very young age, right after they could start talking, we just kept reiterating our address. Whatever your address is. Right here, I just put 123 Anywhere Street, Anywhere USA. And then teach your kids the phone number. Whoever the primary caregiver is, the first number, mom and dad's phone or whoever, teach them the phone number. Teach them the phone number also for the fire department. In the United States, I don't think there's anywhere in the United States that 911 is not working, but you want to check with your local fire department and see the emergency number for that area. If not, you want to write it. If it's not 911, you want to write it down somewhere or have the kids memorize what number to call. And like I said before, know your address. So we'll just go over this plan real quick since we did it. So we drawed out our escape plan. We mapped everything out. We have 1 way in, 2 ways out, a meeting place. We know the fire department number, 911, and know our address. So as you can see, this is the bedroom. This bedroom right now is my office because my daughter's living downstairs, but you can also see that I drew the basement. I only have a single-story house. If you have a 2nd-story house, you want to make an exit plan to get out from the 2nd floor. And we're going to go over that here momentarily. So as you can see, the green's the primary way to get out and always lead to our meeting place, which is my outside garage. It's a 2-story garage. The reason why we have that as a meeting place, it's out of the weather in Western PA. Like today, it's really, really hot out. But in the winter, we have a safe place to be. Now, if our primary exit are blocked by smoke or fire, we shut the door. And our second means of egress out of our 1st floor is through the windows. The living room has 3 windows. This bedroom, which is my office, has 1, the master bedroom has 2, and my son's bedroom has 1. So that is how we're going to escape. Now, when you're going over that, it's age appropriate, teaching kids when to open windows, how to open the windows. As he got older, he learned how to open the windows. He can do it by himself. He's 13 years old already. Wow, time flies. So now, downstairs, there's an apartment downstairs, and my daughter lives down there. And her primary way out is her doorway. It leads right out to the outside. So if that way is blocked, she can come out of her room, go into the garage, hit the emergency release on the garage and come out, which she knows how to do, which we've trained on.
So if that doesn't work, she can come up and go up the stairs and then come out up here and go right out the front door. All the pink paths lead to the green path that leads to the meeting place. So once you have designed your escape plan, what you want to do now is you want to check the plan. Does the plan work? Does the plan work? Have you checked the windows? So if you have an escape plan, like coming out of the office here, we'll go over here. Does this window open freely? A lot of old houses in this area, because they're older, a lot of times they're painted shut. They don't open easily. These ones should. I just had them installed a couple years ago by Window World. That's a free shout out for Window World. So, but it opens freely. And then how to open the screen. Okay? Worst case scenario with any screen, basically all you have to do is push on it, it will pop right out. Alright? But you just see, make sure everything opens freely to be able to escape out. A lot of times, like these have edges on them, you can take a cloth or take the drapes down, throw the drapes over that to make that a little bit smoother to get out. But you want to check the plan. That's part of checking the plan, make sure the windows open properly. So after we're checking the plan, we tested the windows, a safe meeting place. Go over the meeting place. It might not be a great meeting place. Maybe there's something wrong with it, or it's just not safe, like crossing the road is. I don't recommend crossing the road, especially for little kids when they get out. Try to have it on the same side of the house, away from the house. This is probably a good 70 feet from my house, so that's usually a really safe area to meet. Second floor escape. If you're on a second floor and you're not able to go out your primary route, you can shut the door. And when you shut the door, you go to the window, you open it, and you can drop something out the window. You can just rip the drapes down off the window and drape them out there. What that does is it signals to the fire department when they arrive on scene. If not everybody's outside meeting them, they do what they call a 360 around the house or the building, if it's possible, and they're going to look for stuff like that. They're seeing what's going on. They're going to notice somebody's in that room. You can yell at them, say, hey, I'm up here, and they'll be able to throw a ladder up to you to get you out safely. Now, test fire alarms monthly. That's part of the drill. We're going to have you check the plan and practice the plan. Just like when you go on an airplane, they go through all the things, the air mask, or not the mask, the oxygen mask falling down from the plane, the exits. Whenever you see them doing that, they do that on every flight. And they want you to know where the exits are so you can get out safely. So when you test your fire alarms, you can practice your emergency exit plan. For small children under the age of 5, you want to designate in your plan who's going to get those children, or who's going to go make sure those children get out, because it's age appropriate. If you have a toddler, a baby, you want to be able to get them out of the house also safely. So designate somebody. If you have a senior living with you that's not to be real mobile, you even want to practice that, helping the senior get out and going through the exit plan. If they're not able to go out of a window, you can shelter in place same way as you would on the second floor. Shut the bedroom door, open the window, put something out there, signal that you need assistance getting out of the house. Practice the plan. Make it age appropriate. As my kids were young, we would go through it and we'd make it a little bit of fun. Taught my kids at a young age not to be afraid of firemen, not to go hide. That's one of the greatest things, and you really should take your children to visit your local fire station and have them dress up so they can actually see what a fireman looks like, and not to hide from firemen. Teach them, drill it, and believe it, they will go through with the plan. Sleep with the doors closed. I get a lot of flack sometimes when we're doing fire prevention. A lot of people think about not sleep, that kids can't sleep with the door shut and this and that. But the door, what it does is, by having the door shut, it keeps the fire and the heat and the smoke out of the livable space. These doors right here, like the one in my office, which we'll show you here in a second. Oops, excuse me, we'll get a close-up. As you get a second, this is a hollow core door. These doors shut can withstand a lot of fire and a lot of heat. I have a picture of a door. You can look right there. And as you see, let me grab my pink marker. That was the door. That held back all that fire. That light in the background right there, that actually burned up through. You can see where it burned, but this door held. You can see just a little bit of smoke and heat got up in there, but you don't see a smoke pattern up here. But out here, the wall's almost already burnt through. So these doors are very capable of holding back smoke, fire, and heat for a short period of time. And when you're doing this, once you get your exit plan, you want to teach your kids, you always want to check your door before you open. Fire alarm goes off. We're not going to do it because it gets really loud. But fire alarm goes off. You wake up in the middle of the night. You want to check the door before you open it. If it's cool to the touch, you can just crack it open a little bit, see what's going on. Oh, maybe there's a little haze of smoke. Maybe there's nothing. Then you can start your emergency exit plan. If the door is hot to the touch, do not open it. You do not want what behind that door is coming into the room that you're in, because whatever's behind that is hot and it will kill you. So you check the door in. If you notice, I check the back of the door with the back of my hand. You want to feel that this area on your hand is more sensitive, but also it's a reaction. It's if it's hot, your hand will pull away. If you touch it like this, your hand goes towards it. So even if you're checking something, if something's hot, you want to check with the back of your hand. Like when you check your kids with their temperature, you always want to check with the back of your hand. Once you go through your plan, we're going to do another close-up. Here we go. There we go. You review your plan, go over it. What worked, what didn't work. If something needs changed, tweaked, you can tweak it. If you need assistance, you call your local fire department and they can help you out with that. So when you have an alarm, when you hear the alarm in the middle of the night or whatever, you want to get out. Everything's designed to get you out. The fire alarms we installed last week was to alert you that something's wrong, something's not right, it's seeing something. All right, and it's telling you to get out of the house. All right. You check your first way like we just did. You check the door. It's cool. Okay. To a touch, you can go out your primary exit plan. Make sure everybody's out. If it's blocked, you go to the second means of egress. If you live in an apartment building or something like that, you want to do the same thing. If you live in a high-rise apartment building, you check the door. If the hallway's clear, you go down to the emergency exits and exit that way. If you open up the emergency exits in an apartment building and it's blocked and there's smoke in the exit way, you want to shut that door and go to your second means of egress. If you have to stay in place, you go right back through it. You put something out the window, open the window, hang something out there, and let the firemen know that where you're at. So once you go out, get out of the house, you go to your safe meeting place, wherever that is. If you live in an apartment building, it might be a lamppost in the parking lot. It might be to the pool building. It might be whatever, or wherever your meeting place is, mailbox, whatnot. And then you can call 911. My phone's recording this right now, so I can't show you. So you activate emergency response. So you get out and stay out. That is our biggest thing is, as we come in as firemen, we're gonna come in, we have the equipment to be able to go inside, extinguish the fire, and rescue whoever we need to rescue. But our biggest thing is we want you to get out of the building and stay out of the building. When the firemen pull in, there's no greater thrill for us when you see the whole family outside the house and everybody's safe and everybody's accounted for. That makes our job a lot easier and that makes our day. So if you have any questions on anything we went over, you can get NFPA's website. They have all this information how to do this. You can contact your local fire department. You can set up a tour. If you live local right here, you can go to most of the fire stations and they'll give you a tour and they'll show you, or they'll come to your school and do a fire prevention talk to you. So I think the next time we're going to go over kitchen safety. We'll go over some things to do in the kitchen to make it safer for kids and your family, and also about teaching your kids not to play with matches or lighters and what to say to them. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to join our team, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell when we send out a new video. Until next time, have a great day.